Hello everyone, this is Lavon Cason here, back at it again with another video, and let's talk about the truth of new Switch hardware in 2022. And now what inspired me to talk about this is this right here, this tweet and this, questionnaire that Nintendo had, from investors pretty much, from family boards. So that's what pretty much inspired me to make this video. And basically the Nikkei article last week inferred that there would be no new Switch hardware before March 2023. And the interview, didn't really, discuss whether or not Nintendo would make new hardware, before March 2023 or after March 2023. No, the truth is about semiconductor stuff and our price increases and options, meaning that they were asking, would Nintendo entertain the idea of increasing the price for their Nintendo Switch? And basically, pretty much at this point, Nintendo is not increasing the price of the Nintendo Switch or anything like that. Pretty much, when you think about it, Switch sales have slumped 23%. How is Nintendo going to reach that, 156 million consoles? How they going to beat PS2? How they going to beat the DS? Here's what I think they should do if they want to do that. Either drop the prices of, the regular Switch model, the Switch Lite, and the Switch OLED, or pretty much, make an updated Switch model with a bit more power for the enthusiast gamers and have them purchase that upgraded Switch model, and then from there you can keep the momentum going, and then you will probably most likely reach that 156 million, whatever it is, basically, pretty much beating PS2 and Nintendo DS. Or they'll probably, reach that goal from, like I said with the other option, drop the price of each of the 3 Switches that we have pretty much now. It's the only way that I can see Nintendo reaching, PS2 level total sales and DS level total sales. And if they do those 2 things. Now, as far as, when will this upgraded Switch model be revealed? Well, after the Splatoon 3 Nintendo Switch OLED model was announced, some guy, pretty much hinted that Nintendo was preparing to reveal a slightly more powerful Nintendo Switch this September. So this is what he basically said for Nintendo fans, and that Nintendo fans should prepare for the dawn of 60 frames. And that's pretty much all he said. So a new Switch could be announced that is upgraded, in September. So let's wait and see whether that announcement will happen. And that is for it to be announced. Now, as far as release, I could see it maybe being released in November 2022. And that's one of the possibilities that I'm thinking about. But here's another possibility that I'm pretty much thinking about at this point. Is that what if Nintendo, pretty much announced this slightly more powerful Nintendo Switch that this guy, pretty much, is pretty much predicting, or pretty much is saying that it will be announced in September. What if they announce that Switch in January, and then have that Switch be released whenever Breath of the Wild 2 comes out? Meaning that if Breath of the Wild 2 comes out sometime in early March, then it'll happen in early March. If Breath of the Wild 2 comes out in April, May, or June, then it'll come out at that month, after the fiscal year is over, or a little bit before the end of the fiscal year. So that's another possibility that I've been thinking about. The third possibility is pretty much what a lot of people have been thinking about pretty much, is that Nintendo is going to ride this Tegra X1, that is pretty much underclocked with 4 gigabytes of RAM for the rest of this year, and pretty much next year, and then early 2024 and late 2024, that is when they will release their Switch 2, their upgraded Switch revision, or whatever the heck they call it. And that's pretty much 3 possibilities that I see when it comes to new Switch hardware. Now, as far as which possibility is realistic at this point, I don't think there's going to be new Switch hardware in 2022. I definitely think that there will be new Switch hardware in 2023. So the second possibility to me, which is pretty much Nintendo will announce this new upgraded Switch in January and then have it released whenever, Breath of the Wild 2 comes out in 2023. I'm feeling the second possibility. Some of you guys out there could be feeling the first possibility or the third possibility, or heck, you guys could be like me, to where you feel like the second possibility is the most realistic. Let's be real, we are at the end of the life of this, Nintendo Switch that has the Tegra X1 that is underclocked and 4 gigabytes of RAM. We are at the end. So, and when it comes to cross-gen stuff, Nintendo will probably, support the old Switch still, even after the new Switch comes out anyway. So there's no need to worry about that. So, what else do I have to say? What else do I have to say at this point? Pretty much, let's just wait and see what happens at this point. Let's wait and see. And let's be real about something here. Splatoon 3, the Nintendo Switch OLED model, is just a skin. It's just a themed Switch. That's all it is at the end of the day. It's not a new Nintendo Switch that is powerful or anything like that. It's just a skin. Nothing more, nothing less, guys. So you don't need to buy this new Switch. You really don't. It's optional at best. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that a new Switch could be announced in September, then it could get released in late November? Do you guys think that new Switch could be announced in January, but then get released whenever Breath of the Wild 2 release date gets announced? Or are you guys thinking like pretty much everything else, to where Nintendo is pretty much going to ride this Tegra X1, which is underclocked with 4 gigabytes of RAM, that Switch, and then by 2024, 2025, that is when Nintendo will release their upgrade Switch or Switch 2 or whatever it will be called. Let me know in the comment section below this video. Thank you guys for watching, and peace. So now that you have made it to the end of the video, I want you guys to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and when you hit that notification bell, you gotta hit all notifications, so that way you can be notified for future lavoncason tech videos, future lavoncason gaming videos, future lavoncason live streams, and also other videos that I do, such as, reaction videos and things of that nature. Bye.